Hi, Keep Singing members. It's good to, well, I can't see you, but it is good to be sharing this time with you. Um, there are, there, today is the first week of the month, and so it is going to be a core training day. So today we are going to be working in our module, uh, second module. We have worked in our first module on we're kind of reiterating, I'm going through modules. The, we're going to be, I'm sorry, third module, oh my word, hello. First module was establishing the foundation of your practice. Module 2 is establishing the foundation of your breath. Y'all, if you have not done those two modules, please, please, please go back and do those. You should receive emails with the modules in them. You have announcements when modules, they are auto released to you, and you should be getting them via email. If you are not, please let me know. Excuse me. You can send me a note at info@ahighernote.com or natalie@ahighernote.com or support@ahighernote.com or support@keep-singing.com. There's numerous ways you can reach me, and send me a question. Let me know if something is not working and you're not getting things. You should also have gotten so far, a lot of what's called, what I call those, the daily emails, what I call them, your daily note. Get it? A higher note, daily note? Okay, so you should have gotten a lot of those too. They have a little nugget for the day, something to think on and work on that day, maybe that week, maybe to do a journal entry, maybe to do a check-in, maybe a new exercise, maybe a new concept to think of, a new, just a best practice tip, or whatever. Little things is just a daily note, something to keep you moving forward. They should be on weekdays. So, okay. And some of them are going to be inspirational too. Somebody to go look at on YouTube and watch how they perform. A great story of a singer, whatever. There's going to be a lot of different things. So if you're not getting those, please do not hesitate to reach out. This is why you are here. This is why you joined this program. It's one of the many features of this program. Please use them. That's why I made this program, so that you could have everything that you need, tools, education, training, resources, inspiration, all the things. And then of course the group aspect of, well, we have group 70% of the time it's a group of me, but I trust, because I do hear from people, that y'all are logging in and you are doing replays. You're getting your replay, and hopefully you're getting your replay notices when I load those up. I hit a button that says send this out to the list, and then I hit save, and it sends it out to the list. And I have a test account, and I keep getting them. So theoretically, you should be getting them too. And if you are not, please let me know. So if you have never gotten a replay notification via email, let me know. Also, check your spam folder. Check your notifications folder. Check your updates folder. What's another one that Gmail has? Updates, promotions. Could be stuck in there. There's no promotions in it, but in my emails, but I don't know. Check them all. And then whitelist just means add my email addresses to your contact list, so that Gmail or Yahoo Mail or Hotmail or whoever knows that these are safe addresses, not to send them to spam, knows that they are not promotions, don't send them to promotions, etc., etc. This was all on the welcome page day one when you joined. So if you missed all that, go back and check out the welcome page. You can access that from your account. Just sign into your account, go to your desktop, or sorry, what do they call those things? Desktop? No, dashboard, your dashboard, another D word. Dashboard and welcome page is right on there. So click on that, go back through all that. And if you haven't completed the survey questionnaire yet, please do that. That's going to do a lot for you. If you haven't gotten your own ball rolling, that's going to help you get your ball rolling. Go into that welcome page and clicking over to take the survey questionnaire and sending me your first 2 videos. Oh yes, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, you're not going to get your ball rolling. You need to get your ball rolling. By the way, how do you like my new glasses? They're a little reflective. They're supposed to be non-reflective, glare resistant, etc., but I see glare. Anyways, life goes on. Life goes on, but I can see, which is a really great thing. Okay, so let's launch. Today, let's do a little bit of stuff to warm ourselves up. If you don't have one of these, you need one in your singer's toolkit. Goofy, yes. I'll take that. Childlike, sure. Great, I'll take that too. Useful, incredibly. This is fantastic for getting your breath going. This, in a quick and dirty way, lively, quick and dirty way, helps you get your diaphragmatic movement going, and you can feel that diaphragmatic movement. If you don't have one, this is what you're going to do. You can go to Dollar Tree and get 10 of these for, let's call it the $1.25 tree, because everything went up 25 cents after. I love the Dollar Tree, but it's not $1 anymore. $1.25 or $1.50 or whatever it is now. It's more than $1. So go get yourself a package of these. Keep them on hand. You know, if you're not grossed out by it, you can use the same one for a while till, wipe it off after you're done if you feel like you need to. But you're the only one using it, so whatever. Handle that however you wish. Use a Clorox wipe, I don't care. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take it. I'm seated, which is perfectly fine for this. But if you would like to stand, absolutely. Standing is 95% of the time better than sitting when it comes to singing and vocal practice. Today, I'm going to do it seated because I'm just tired. Okay, that's all. And for you, that's fair too. It's fair. We are human beings, and sometimes we are tired. So when you are seated, keep your chest up. Always think in singing, always think. Lead from your chest. This sure doesn't show it all that great, but if you look at me from the side, I am not curved. Right here's curved. Here's really curved. Here's like me at the end of the day. Okay, but I'm upright. Okay, so I'm not leaning against the back of my chair, but I am not sway backed either. So you want to make sure you're not curving your back this way. Don't do it. Just be upright. Just think chest upright. Okay. So we're just going to do this like 20 times. You can do it 20, 30 times, whatever. You're just going to get your diaphragm pumping. Literally. Here we go. Okay, that was 10. Let me pause there by saying, before you do this, we've already been through module 2, which is the foundations of breath. So you should already be in the practice of expanding your rib cage, then little breaths, little breaths, inhales to start. We are not doing this. Okay, no tension here, no rise of the shoulders. That's why one reason, for that reason, you should practice. You can practice in front of something like a Zoom screen. Just, you don't have to record it. Just have it there so you can see yourself. Practice in front of a mirror. But if you're doing it at your office, Zoom or your video recorder, you don't have to record anything when you're doing your exercises, but you can see yourself. So you watch this, you are your own policeman or policewoman, police person. Just make sure that these don't float up. And it's funny because you see all kinds of things about yourself, like, there we go. I mean, this shoulder is a little higher than this shoulder is higher than this shoulder from previous injuries. But the chair was also kind of turned in a weird way. So it's not as bad as it looked there for a second. All right, so ribcage expansion, tiny breath in, and then start your pumping. I'm gonna do 30 from this point. I have no idea if that was 30. Somewhere around about 30. You can do 50. You can do however many you need to do until you feel like you are ready. By the way, you probably noticed this doesn't make the annoying wah, wah sound every time. So this is not a noise maker kind. It's just the fun gestury looking kind. Okay, so there you go. That's a great diaphragmatic wake up. Now grab your straw and we are going to do some, today I'm using I washed my surgical tubing straw, and here's the clamp for that, but washed that. So disinfect it if you have surgical tubing lying around, you want to use it. It's a 1/4 inch diameter on the inside, and you can put it through the dishwasher, and you can use one of those straw cleaners to clean the inside whenever it needs it. Put it through the dishwasher to disinfect it. But and same thing for these straws. But this is stainless steel straw, just normal basic. Got them off Amazon. There are some really fancy singing straws out there. There are some that are over $100. There are some that are made of solid brass, solid silver, and solid gold. You don't need those. I mean, that's cool, flashy. You do not need it, okay? This will do. Even this will do. This is the inside of one of my kids' water bottles. I just took it right out. And here is how you adapt. And that's probably fine. You do the same technique I'm about to show you, which I've shown you before in other trainings. I'm going to put my fingers on the end, and this is my regulator. This is effectively my clamp. I'm adjusting the airflow with my fingers. Okay, got that over there. Again, you place your mouth around it so that air is not coming out here. And let's just do a few breaths with some hums behind it first. Find what feels comfortable. You should feel that back pressure, that slight resistance going this way, and you should know the phonation, the sound that you are creating lets you know that the air is flowing this way, but you're giving just a little bit of back pressure this way, which relieves the pressure of a little bit of the effort that it has to take over a long period of time. of doing a vocal workout and such like that. All right. Adjust the pressure with your fingers as desired. And this is actually bringing up some phlegm. So clearly, and we've got a bunch of allergens here where I live. And we always do. How many times have you heard me say that? So many. It is crazy in this region. As I've said before, I've lived a lot of places. They have all claimed to have the worst allergies ever. This place has the worst allergies. This is going to help get all that out. I have a little bit of tea right here. Not too hot, not too cold. And this is gonna help bring up some of that just by the phonation. And you would ideally go expectorate in various ways, gargle with salt water. You ideally are not going to clear your throat like I just did. Ideally, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna use the techniques I've taught you for clearing that out. Okay. All right, it's a little better. A lot of postnasal drip. Okay. So, and I'm not sick. I don't even feel the postnasal drip at this point until I start to think about it. If you live in a region like that too, like this one, I'm sorry. Okay, there's other teachings I've given on how to manage yourself through allergy season, when you're sick and stuff like that. So check those out. That might be helpful for you. So regulate your pressure, your back pressure with your fingers. You don't want it to feel like you're blowing super hard. You don't need to blow super hard. You're just creating a little bit of resistance. Now we're gonna do some flowies up and down, and then we'll talk about our module today. There went some of that stuff. Again, expanding this way, not this way. I'm going to do some big sighs. You can also regulate like this. One more. I'm going to do some eos. Expand this way. Swallow if you need to. If you haven't seen me teach that in previous trainings, from pitchless exercises where you do not have to have a keyboard, even though I have one. Sometimes I just love to do my warm-ups pitchless, and I just do a bunch of things like I'm doing now. If you if this is the first time you've seen that, add it to your exercise tracker. Back in Module 1, I'm just going to urge you again. If you have not downloaded and started utilizing your tracker, your daily practice, your daily vocal practice, DVP, daily vocal practice design, kind of looks like a circle with an X in it. And I've got various spreadsheets, printouts that you can find the method that works for you, but start tracking your exercises, little descriptions in there of what they are, what they're supposed to do, so that when you are designing your practices according to your goals, which you set according to your vision for your voice, this is all Module 1, then you will have all your exercises tracked, and you will be able to remember how to do them because you've written little notes to yourself, even if you're the only person in the universe who can decipher what that means. You just need to be able to look at it and go, oh yeah, that's how I do that one. So it could be that you write it down, if you know how to do music notation, or if you do octave numbering, number patterns, or use a solfege scale, whatever it takes. Write it down so you can remember it, and then write down the purposes for which you can use that, because many of them will have multiple purposes, multiple goals that you are using an exercise for. Write that down in your tracker. Please use those. They are there for you. Another sip because that helped. All right. A little bit of tea with lemon, honey. Lemon, the acid will cut phlegm. Honey soothes if you need that. I don't have any honey in this. I don't have any lemon in it either. It's just basic warm tea. But the warmth and the lemon can cut through phlegm and help dispel it, like dissolve it. Salt water, gargling, etc. But the warmth, don't go for super hot, but don't drink cold either. Okay, now we have learned about your vocal apparatus. We have learned about your phonation, the phonation process, the respiratory process, the phonation process, like how it all works. If you haven't learned that, those are past modules. I urge you, go back, catch up. And because that is so foundational for your growth as a singer. Okay, so let's talk today about some exercises you can do that will help you access all throughout your range, and also all throughout your range with ease. So we have discussed transfer of resonance before. That is what Seth Riggs calls it. I call it shift of resonance. I called it shift of resonance before I had ever heard of Seth Riggs. But the resonance shift when you're singing throughout your range, you will feel the resonance shift up and like in various places. You'll feel it down in your speaking type level voice. You'll feel resonance here to here, okay? And then as you go up into your head voice, you will feel the resonance kind of, there are places where the super high in your range, whatever that is, you might even feel some form of resonance back here. Most people will kind of feel it here or in their nose or their forehead. Sometimes feel like it's at the top of your head. But what we want to do today is find the mechanism that helps you keep your larynx, voice box, in its speech level position. Because you don't want an imposed larynx, meaning raised, and you don't want a lowered larynx. You want your larynx to be at conversation level. You know, we have talked about your chin being at conversation level. That's kind of part of the package of this whole conversation. The but if you wouldn't have a conversation with somebody like this, don't sing that way. If you wouldn't have a conversation like that, don't sing that way. Similarly, if you wouldn't have a conversation with somebody like this, don't do that. That's an imposed, that's me speaking with an imposed larynx. Uh, ah, ah, ah. That's a gargle. That is all singing with an imposed larynx. That's pushing up the larynx. Here's me singing with a low larynx. I am pushing my larynx down. You can't really see it. I mean, you can't really see me doing it from the front. You see a lot of male singers particularly doing this. Sometimes you'll see sopranos doing this, but not often. Altos, you might see it a little bit more, but you will really see, and I just haven't seen too many sopranos, altos, and tenors doing this, but you will see basses do this a lot because they're asked to sing maybe a note that is lower than they can comfortably produce without lowering their larynx. It is not horrendous to lower your larynx to hit a note for a brief moment, but to sing continually with your larynx lowered like this, just the facts, ma'am, that is not healthy. You want to not do that. You want to aim for conversation level, which is just me talking to you right now. My larynx is in its normal position. It is neither raised nor lowered. This is my normal speaking voice. This is my normal singing voice, and I'm gonna keep my larynx. I still have a lot of that phlegm going on. Don't do that. All right. Yes, I could use a saline rinse right now, but I'm gonna keep my larynx at normal level. Okay, so not imposed, not deposed. It just stays there, and you can feel it. You can put your finger right there, and you can check yourself. Am I raising my larynx? Am I lowering my larynx? Put your finger right there, and you can feel it. That's me raising it. That's me lowering mine. Okay, now it takes a little practice to figure out how to do this. We do it unconsciously, but consciously is a whole nother story. So what we want to do is feel what it feels like to connect our vocal folds in the same way without moving the larynx up or down as we move from the chest to the head voice, or the lower range to the upper range. I'm going to kind of step this up a little bit. I'm sure I'm going to get some type of a warning signal here in a couple minutes. But we're going to do the creaky door. Okay, this is, creaky door, squeaky door, whatever. Rocking chair, my chair that I'm sitting in right now. Probably feel that. It was doing it just a second ago. A squeaky chair. So we're going to, So what you want to do is create just a little bit of what's called edge. You are using the edge of your vocal folds because the vocal folds are made up of muscle, and then it is all tendon and cartilage up here. And we're going to just use the edge of it, and we're going to use that for your to create your phonation. And we're going to be just a little bit hard on it, but not so much that you are feeling like that's not it. It's just uh, 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 and you are using that edge of your vocal folds by creating that squeaky voice sound, and you are moving from your lower range to your upper range, not letting yourself shift into head voice like this, just keeping it connected the whole time. Ah, 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 ah. So you can hear me, I end up in my head range or my upper range, but I am not flipped, so to speak, into my head voice, like this. The equivalent of that, if I was just vocalizing with my full vocal cords, would be and you can hear the larynx like having to do a quick machination to get me up there, and it ends up having a very different quality of sound. And we don't want that. We want a smooth flow from lower to upper and back again. And we learn what that feels like by using just the edge of the vocal folds. And we're going to move from the first floor to the second floor, so to speak, without any tripping up the stairs. So practice that this week. Practice first finding that squeaky edge sound, the squeaky door sound. So you can hear that it's not like my normal singing voice. That's the phlegm. Okay, so I'm not doing that. I'm using just the edge. So I'm giving you an example of lower and higher. And do it 9 or 10 times, or until you can find that flow without the flip. Flow without the flip. So work on that this week, and we will build on that next week because we are out of time today, right? Check on all those things that we talked about earlier. Have a wonderful week. God bless you. So glad you're here. I'm here for you. Next week is Q&A. Next week is Q&A week. Send me your questions. Delighted to have them. I am always so happy to get questions so that I can address them. Yes, so let me help you. Help me help you. Have a wonderful week. Bye, and keep singing.